Hi, my name is Alex Byrnes, and I'm the founder of Featherpak, a service that customizes packs of resources for outdoor backpacking. This was an idea I recently took to 3-Day Startup and had the privilege of working with some awesome teammates. The pain originated. I was an outdoor trip guide for about a year, and I had these trips where I would bring high school and junior high students to great state parts of Texas for the first time usually. And while we would, camp kind of far away and we would go hiking, we were always pretty close to a car. And when I would go camping with my friends, I found that it resembled the same thing. However, my dream was always to, carry very little and go out into the primitive outdoors and camp and, really backpack. So that was the pain of me thinking, like, after a year of doing this, why am I still unprepared to actually go backpacking? And there's still a barrier there despite my experience. Going through 3DS has changed quite a bit. It wasn't just about me and packing really light or being convenient anymore. It was about exposing a whole new group of people who had a giant barrier to backpacking and exploring the outdoors to enabling them and making this possible. And that's where Featherpak came from. It was from analyzing what was that barrier, and it was the preparation process and the intimidating, what do I pack, what do I eat, what's safe. And so I got to watch that idea morph. We had perspectives from a very experienced backpacker to people that just wanted to spend more time in the outdoors and really didn't know what it was all about. So I guess the point of the story is that I'm no stranger to iteration. In fact, I love that, and I think that's why I'm hooked on this Featherpak idea is because we're getting closer and closer to solving the problem of breaking down some sort of preparation barrier to backpacking. I also had a podcast that I had a year ago that went through this similar process of, the name changed, the target audience changed, the content changed, everything changed, but ultimately it solved the problem of what we, the content creators and listeners, were wanting to hear, and we ended up making something really interesting and successful. And I'll admit that it took a while to learn this mindset. I had to learn how to not be so attached to my own ideas, but that took years. And now I'm not afraid to ask the hard questions and seek out critiques. So this brings me to your prompt, which asks, why would you pick me over someone else in the group? Well, Josh, if you're watching this, I know I was in your seminar 2 years ago, and I've come and pitched in it since. I've co-founded a podcast. I've prototyped a nap pod in the maker studio in the engineering buildings. This whole creating and making thing isn't a phase. It's not going away, and I'm serious. And my primary reason for wanting to join Longhorn Startup Lab is to build on that with a project that I really believe in. I'm ready to figure out the methods it takes to grow this because I want it to happen, but the structure and education of Longhorn Startup Lab is helpful. So there's my skills of, creating teams, interviewing, prototyping, and then just industry experience of being in the outdoor field and, having that outdoor leadership training and the position of being an adventure guide. That all qualifies me to work on Featherpak. But what qualifies me to be in the Longhorn Startup Lab, I think, is just my passion and this irk to need to, solve this problem and create this idea. I like the idea of Featherpak as it is now, but what I like even better is getting to the nitty-gritty and solving a problem and being really happy seeing people enjoying the outdoors who might not have been before. So my name is Alex Byrnes, and I'm the founder of Featherpak, and it would just be a privilege to join the startup lab at UT.